he's got this one up right here that you can use in the meantime. I just put the link right here in the chat. So you can use the link in the chat to go right in there, and if you want to sign up for his group page so you can get updates that way, you know. All right, let me see. Yeah, Joel, you can give your guard build if you want. Yeah, it's not really new Huggies, but I guess, you know, he's got a colored background and all that now. And I think it's still current. I mean, but he's the one who provided this link out, so. If you have just a code that you want to put in, Joel, you can. I'm pretty sure I can put the code in. What would normally be at the end of the Huggies link. If you want to just copy from here all the way out, just grab that code, paste it into the chat here, and I can pull it up. It might. You know, I do have a Fractured Empires campaign on my YouTube page. Maybe I can get you a link for that. Just so you can see what it looks like. And let me see here. My channel. Oops. Let me switch. Give me just a second, I'm getting that link. Dun, dun, dun. I was supposed to get more campaigns, try to get more campaigns done, but BB show prep. It's funny, I could have swore I had a, I could have swore I had a campaign playlist. Let me just go into my videos, I guess. All right, I got a link for you.
Leadership.
All right. Aha, Guggen, you're faster than me. All good though. All good. And let me grab this Joel's code right here. And does that look right, Joel? Looks like you got an Enforcer loaded up with some cryos. 2 of them actually. And it looks like you have a subsonic arbiter. This ought to be a really good guard, but you do run the risk of being outranged. Just the range, well no, I take that back. This is 100, 101, so you'll probably be okay. It might be a little close. I think going all of 8 armor is a problem. Okay, I see you just did it on 1. Okay. Well, I see you got one loaded up with CP4 and you got the other one loaded up. And this one here is obviously to counter UAVs. This one here is probably to counter other launchers, right? Because you got the evade all the way up to 64 0.3. I'm surprised that's as high as you got it to go. But, oh, I see you got thrusters on there. Do you not have the evade upgrade? I assume you put the thruster on there to get your evade up. If you used evade upgrade, um, that's this one right here. It goes up to 15 and it weighs less. And I don't know if you have the reflective coating, but the reflective coating would probably be nice for you too. And I see you got the D104N. I haven't really looked at the D104S yet, so I apologize for that. I know it has a supercharger and it has a lower accuracy on it as well. Okay. Well, I think if you got the reflective coating, I don't think you can put guidance granular on there separate. So I think it was meant as an alternative evade special. Yeah, you can't put that on there too. And do you not have D5E, Joel? D5E would get your evade up too, because the D5E, if you had D5E, see the evade will go up even a little bit more. Hey, Longbeard. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the Cryo Launcher S, but the S is I can see right here. Even the S, is that right? Is it 8 salvo? And the N is also 8 salvos. So there's the difference is this is a supercharged 5, so the S is definitely better than the N. Even with the accuracy difference, because if 4 of these are going to hit, and it's going to hit like 20 of these. This is 70% 8. Yeah, if you could put more S's on there, it'd be better. Let me see. Look at the weight. Is that 700? And that's 600. I think you should go more S's if you can. Well, D5E is in Tier 4. It's in Tier 4 right now. You just got to go get it. Revenge of the Fallen, you asked how I did the D5E straight away. I'm actually holding down my control key. So, well, if I select a weapon here, for example, like I hold down my control key. You can't see me holding down my control key. It's my left control key, but I select this right here, and it puts it into memory, and you'll see that down here on the left side. And then I can turn around and I can hold down my controller key again and just drop it by clicking on other weapon slots, like such. So that's how I do it. What are you sorry for? You didn't did you kill something of mine? I don't think you did. Do you want me to put it up here, Chris? Your build? My son's watching this crazy guy. He's playing video games. He watches this guy. He plays video games, and this guy's like super duper animated. I mean, and he curses a lot, yells a lot, he rages a lot, and he has like a radio announcer type voice. And but my son loves watching him. Plays just any other kind of video game. Doesn't really matter. Let me just put that back to where it was. Oh, that's okay, Longbeard. I'm kind of been distracted on here. I I mean, even when I was in the game, I was hitting the unidentified raiding fleets. Yeah, Chris didn't say he wanted me to put that up here. I could put it up here if you want to, Chris. I think it is a decent build. I think it could be better, but obviously, if you're lacking the equipment to make it better, if you're lacking the equipment to, then you just got to. Oh, he's actually got the whole link here. All right. Well, Chris wants me to share his on here also. So let me just open up another tab and I'll drop his in. I will say one thing I do like about this link right here is it doesn't have all the flash ads. That's one of the things that drives me crazy is, when I'm looking at something, I'm looking at numbers, I move my mouse around, and all of a sudden I'm sitting on an ad and not realizing it, and then it like loads up and jumps in front of the page. I hate that, but I'm not going to complain about it one bit, is because this guy deserves to make money somehow. Huggy is awesome. But now, Chris, I see you're doing the D92S, which the D92S, I mean, it's great. And but if you're putting the Wendigo and cryo turrets in there, and if you want your base guard to work with those, then you'd probably want to use the cryo. But it's all you, man. You know what you want. He's using some D5E in there. That's good. I like that build. And it looks like you're definitely pushing on weight. That's probably why you don't have any more stuff on there. And you got an R10 battle cruiser in there? Well, that's hilarious. Now I don't see anything on the weapon wise on that yet, Chris. Let me see here. Yeah, Longbeard, they don't spawn right now. They'll spawn again in about 36 minutes. Hey, Kevin. You got the flags to defend from UAVs. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't have any weapons on this right here. You have to have something, even if it's just a Thud 1. And as far as, and these are Harlocks, which Harlocks? I love Harlocks, man. I love my Harlocks. Oh, I see. Even one will put you over. Oh, well. But that's a really nice guard you got there, Chris. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a really good guard. Now, I guess like I said, you don't really have room in here for any. You got reactive 3 armor on there, and I guess that was to get your missile defense up. Oh, see, you're all the way up to 83%. Holy crap! Radioactive explosives at 60. Um, are these both identical? They are. Yours are identical. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty solid, man. And I guess the radioactive these days, with everything being missile, I know it's like that one that Kodiak fleet we were talking about earlier with the Disciples of Skullduggery. This would do a lot better against those than the guy's base that was in the video. I'll put the Enforcers to Legendary. Let's see here if I can remember how to do that. Rank. Alright, Shockwave time. Hold on a second. Let me take that rank back down to 0. I just flip back and forth. So here the Shockwave time, it says is 5.5. Well, you're going to be shooting at ships, so let's just say it's 8.1. But here it's 2.4 seconds. That's dramatic. Radioactive damage on this one here is 7,200. Well, it still says 7,200, but it's not DPS. I guess this here doesn't really say DPS, does it? Oh, there it is, ship DPS right there. So this here does 50,000, it says. And this one here, it still says 50,000. That's not right. Something's not right. But yeah, something's not right with the DPS. Oh, this is defense I'm looking at. My bad. Building DPS, ship DPS right here. This is 1660. This is what I should be looking at right here. And this one right here is 5,511. That's huge. That's awesome. Well, if you got the coin, coin it, man. Me personally, I don't have that kind of coin. I just have to hate you. But you can do it. Yeah, I don't have that kind of coin. So I don't really roll that way. Wish I did. I wish I could light cigars with $100 bills, so I just can't do that. Wow. She got him fast enough where she could get him to smash bases, huh? Cutting back, it just really impacts your experience, so doesn't it, Longbeard, cutting back. Because you're used to playing at a certain level, and you have fun at that level. And it's basically saying, okay, I'm going to have less fun when you say I'm going to spend less money. It's kind of a, I mean, they give you a lot of chores to do, but it does definitely impact your game. I mean, yeah, if you want to have fun at a high level, it's very, very expensive. And um, for me, I do spend most of my time repairing fleets. Quite honestly, just from the chores. I'm one of those types. The way I play, Monday, if I get my alliance points, then cool. But if I don't, I'm not going to get them. Monday is pretty much my only option because usually people like to smash my base like constantly. I think people are finally starting to get the message that, yeah, you're screwing me up bad by constantly hitting my base. It's like all of my turrets, all my upgrades just take like a lot longer than they should. Well, non-combat speed will do it, but man, enforcers, just the bonuses that come off the enforcers are pretty insane. With the reload and all that stuff. Haha, Longbeard. I don't know. I'm amazed I'm not in a bubble at the moment. I had people earlier sniping my fleets because they're like, "Hey, it's Price is Wrong." I want to fleet versus fleet this guy, and they start hitting my fleet that I'm out trying to rank with. It just seems like people keep doing that, particularly with my Nashes. I don't know why. Um, they keep trying to screw me up, man. It's like, golly. I had somebody here in this sector was like, "Man, you've been 82 for a long time." I'm like, "Well, I can't get nothing done." So I'm almost an 83 though. I'll probably be an 83 before the next event. I'm currently, I can't get this thing to tell me what my XP's at. What's up with that? Shouldn't I be able to just click right here and it tell me? I know I'm almost an 83. I'm getting close. Yeah, quite honestly, I'm actually thinking about dropping that whole Save the Doc banner on my profile picture too. I got that because people never save my doc. I mean, quite honestly, when I was right here, it was in the way. But it's like, but when I put it outside, it just seems like people go right for it. They'll go for that, and then they'll just rim my whole base, and then they'll go in just so they can get 100%. But Yeah, these turrets, man, 10 days for the defense platforms is freaking crazy talk. I mean, it's still got 8 days to go, but it's like, people keep trying to smash my base. Last couple of hits, actually, I think the last 3 hits, I think were all fails, but they killed my turret. So it's like that's a 6-hour repair. So that's 18 hours on top of, and that's assuming I'm on. If I'm not on and I don't catch it for a couple hours, then all that adds to the time too. So yeah, well, you can't save everybody else's dock, but it's like, sometimes I don't know. I run into some douchebags and all that stuff. I try to save docks, but when I got people trying to ninja my fleet coming out, you know, um, it's silly to take that risk. You know, uh, risk losing your fleet to save somebody's stock. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, my whole guard. I probably ought to go out and buy me some more coin, and go ahead and get my guard done. Refit my guard because I got like a lot of changes that I want to make to my guard too. But I don't know. It'd be silly for me to not do my mastodons too. I don't have the coin for everything. What's that you got there? Oh, you want to use these in dredges. Let me copy that. I do you put that up here again somewhere, didn't you? Give me just a second. I'll put all that in here. Is it just a Zoe is what you're wanting to put in there? Now the Zoe Stingray's does have extra ballistic range built into it, so it's a really nice hull. Um, yeah, I think this was left over from Joel's, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think it was just this. The best Seawolf build. Oh, you got torrent missiles on there. Well, what's the armor points? Armor points is at 550. Um, if you put Steel 2 on those, Steel 2 raises the armor point to 660. And if you have a crew, if you have an officer on your dock to speed up your repairs, this is still instant repair and it lasts longer. Um, so it's just something to keep in mind there at 22, Kevin. Yeah, I was planning on signing off, but it didn't really work out. And let me see, somebody else put a link in here too. Let me pull it up. Da, da, da. I have to copy it because for some reason Twitch breaks that link. I don't know why. All right, now I guess this was Longbeard. Is this your guard idea? How do you get an officer on your dock? What platform do you play on? Do you play on Facebook? Building is setting outside. All right. Let me look at Longbeard's base guard idea real quick. See, he's going all D4R. He's going all radioactive. So he's got that 70%. Even his missile is still at 78%. And Longbeard, you don't want to go at least one CP4 because I'm just would think that Harlock should eat you up. Atlas carriers, UAVs. But I do like that you have some countermeasures on there. Excuse me. Oop. Sorry, I didn't mean to click the rank. Oh, and the Scarabs on a Harlock. I know not a lot of people come into your base with explosive defense, and I'm sure that's why you're going that route. But the reason why I always recommend Hornets is because of the random launch override. These here, the reload on these is 4.5 seconds, where on the Hornets it's 2 seconds. So basically, you're just 150% more likely to get a random launch override using Hornets because they launch 150% faster. The reload. You know what I'm saying? But and I know these weigh less too, don't they? These here have a weight of 533, and I think the Hornets are 563. But I mean, to each their own. I mean, it's like if that's the route you want to go, that's the route you want to go. And I definitely understand why you're doing it. It's just because most guards or most attack fleets don't have explosive defense. So I get it completely. But and your radioactive, I mean, your defenses are awesome. Your numbers are great. 63, 73, 62. Your evade 51. I can't say nothing bad about that one. And D104 ends. '70, '78, '78. I mean, I pretty much already said what I was going to say, about this one versus this one right here. Now, I know this one here doesn't have the supercharge, but that weighs a little bit more, and you only got 133 free tons, so I get it. And here you're planning on going R10 as well. I guess you and Chris both had the R10 idea for the battle cruiser, and I'm assuming that means that you don't have. I assume that means you don't have like Vipers or anything like that you'd want to put in your base. But because spending the uranium required to get to R10 on a battle cruiser, I don't know. I don't really know what else you'd use it for. But maybe you're just rolling in uranium a lot better than I am. It sounds like you're a filthy coiner, so I can't get that much. I have to be really selective about what I use my uranium for. I'll take the specials to R15. Okay. Well, the thermal is foolproof, right? You can't foolproof the thermal, Joel. The subsonic, you can't really foolproof that either. I mean, there's no way to mess that up either, the subsonic. But it's just a weight issue. Now, if you are insisting on using subsonic, I would try to recommend if you have a Vanguard using that, because that actually does cut the weight down of your of the subsonic in half. So that's just something to think about. If you're putting it on an Arbiter, which I believe you were, it weighs twice as much. And so if you can put it on a Vanguard, which is, by the way, a flagship only hull, it will cut the weight in half of that particular, I can't remember what it's called, the module. Oh, the link to the new Huggies is right here. Let me just give it to you. Now, this is actually not the new Huggies. Thank you, Revenge of the Fallen. This is actually not the new Huggies, but he's having technical issues with his normal link. So this was put up as a temporary. You see there's no ads or anything on here yet. And just remember right here, this one here, I think he's set up for donations. So if anybody wanted to give him donations, you could. He's not running any ads on this particular one. So just something to think about, you know. Obviously, I know the BP Outpost had that issue once upon a time where I guess people were just really used the heck out of the bandwidth, you know, these are really popular sites, the shipyard sites, and the bandwidth is premium, and it costs them a lot of money. It costs them out of pocket to help the community. Oh, okay. How do you get an officer? You're asking. Now, as far as I know, the only way to get one is on Facebook, okay? And the only way to get one on Facebook is to recommend a friend. As far as how to get one on PRICEi, I don't believe there is a way. Let me just go into my base real quick and all right. Generally, what you do is you open your Great Hall, and you should have an officers button up there if you're playing on Facebook, and I think even on PRICEi. But if you need to recruit an officer, you can click on recruit, and then you can select friends to invite. And I didn't even know I could do any of this on here, but this is how you go ahead and you just select your friends. You got a select all button on here too if you want, and then just click on send. Okay, and then you should be able to get officers from that. Usually you only get officers from recruiting people. I think the way it's set up is you only get officers for recruiting people who do not already play Battle Pirates. So if you can get people to sign up for a PRICEi account, just go into PRICEi.com and create an account. You can do it that way on PRICEi maybe. On Facebook, if you have any Facebook friends, you can recruit from Facebook. And as far as the other formats, there's I know there's the trying to remember. I know there's armoredgames.com, but I don't think they have the officer system there. And the other one is remember, it begins with a K. I always want to say it was like Kryptonite or something like that, but it's not. Congregate.com is the other one that has Battle Pirates. And I don't know how to get officers on either one of those systems, to be honest with you. But, you know, once you do get your officers, you have your, you click on your officers tab right here, and you have like, this right here is my wife. She's my master fixer, and that reduces my ship repair time by 10%. And you can do that. You know, you can do fleet captains, you can get fleet speed, and this is only world map speed. So it's not really a huge deal you having the extra speed on the world map. You definitely need them if you can for construction and everything else. You know, you have your modules. And all my modules are done, so really I don't have anything to do with that officer anymore either. But so I could probably put Armor Expert there. That's for Naval Lab Research, but I have everything in there research, so there's really no point in there either. The Lab Scientist, that's Advanced Lab Research, which I have everything done in there. So that doesn't need to be there either. I mean, my one is my base guards. That's don't need to be there either. But this is just map speed. It's not combat speed, just so everybody knows. Did you send that to me, Chris? Yeah, it looks like Facebook's been on fire today. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, the Hellstrike one with R10 will be, because yours aren't R10 yet, right, Chris? You're still going to R10. I know you might be a little bit ahead of me is because I was actually asleep when some of my research was done a couple of times, but I know mine is currently going to R7. Oh no, mine should be going to R8 actually. Mine are going to R8. So R9 is 100,000 and R10 is 200,000. So mine are currently R7 going to R8. Yeah, if you have just the code, I can put that code. That code does come over here. Yeah, Chris is a filthy coiner. He is trying to control himself too, because I mean he's already spent so just since the raid has ended, he's already spent double what I usually spend a month. What I usually spend in 2 months, he's already spent in like less than 2 weeks. And he's a young guy too, man. You could tell he doesn't have like wife and kids and house and all that stuff. All of his money, here you go, Kicksai. But we got like 12 more minutes and they'll be spawning again, just so everybody knows. I'm going to go ahead and just see. It says I got 12 viewers currently. I see Revenge of the Fallen, Guggen Deep, Longbeard, Battle Pirate Sharks, Tat TV, 22 Kevin, Joel, Devil Dog, Chris M, Kimmy 6740, and Associated. I kind of like that name, Associated. All right. What we got here? Oops, close. That's weird with your links. It just all right. I see. I'm not a big fan of the impulse cannons. Um, just because their accuracy is so crap. I mean, 50%, man, is just silly. I mean, it's good against buildings. I see, because you look at that building damage difference. It's 238 versus 714. Yeah, is the regular damage. 714 is the building damage. That's huge. So I don't know if that's what you're using these for. If you're using them for anything in particular. Oh, I think you said you were using them for dredges, didn't you? Oh, but, sorry, I didn't know I was going to be quizzed there. Revenge, I don't remember what your other one looked like. I know you got Chain Gun 3 on here, and I know you got an Impulse. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it's called, the D33D Disruptor Cannon. You got the Assault Disruptor, and you got the Impulse. But like I said, I don't really like the Impulse. I mean, they're good against hitting buildings, but okay. All right. So Chris CM just sent me a treat for everybody. All right. So you got your Highlander Nuke Cruiser in there, and just so people know, this does boost gives all your hulls 50% radioactive resistance buff. Um, and if you have radioactive weapons, if you have impulse launchers, it increases your reload as well. Okay, and then here, oh, you are using impulse launchers, but you said that this thing here would break any guard, so you were definitely going for the armor and evade. Let me see. Your evade's at 71, ballistic 67, 50, 65, 77. That's pretty good numbers. Those are pretty good numbers. And these are the D92S's, so you're going to get pretty good I'm trying to remember all of the buffs that you get for R10. I know it has the 50%, I'm sorry, 30% armor abilities. So basically what that means is that instead of you get 10% evade buff with D5E, instead you'd get another 30%, so it'd be 13% evade instead of 10. And that's a really good way to get your numbers up there. So that's, now I'm sure you don't have these at R10 yet, but I'm sure you'll have them soon. And they're all identical. And once you get these things ranked, I mean, these are just these are going to be some mean machines. Your turn speed's kind of low. I noticed that, 12. But and your combat speed is huge, 25 too. I'm just going to check something real quick. I'm just curious if you went with speed system, what would the difference be? Well, that's 22.4, 26.4. That's still huge, but I'll go another step too. Let me just do a strike system, because the strike system does affect your accuracy. Well, it actually doesn't reduce accuracy like engines does, or speed system. If you went with strike system 3, you would get better accuracy with your launchers, and they would do much higher DPS. So let me see, right here, you had engines, oh heck, I just switched boats. Okay, right here it says you're building you're always going to hit. Okay, so that's probably not going to change. All right, but if you look at your D92 versus, I guess this number right here is going to be against 0 evade right here. Shockwave time against 0 evade would be 26.3. But just switching from engines to a strike system, that reduces it also. It takes it down to 21 seconds. So it's just something to think about. Yeah, they will get rank with turn speed, but I'm not going to lie to you, man. With my boats, with my subs, I did that. I had speed system on my Nighthawks for the longest time, and I switched them out and put engines on there because I figured they were high enough rank. But I'm really not satisfied with the turn speed, but I just figure it's something I'm going to get used to, and I'll be fine with it eventually. Let's see, the total weight on this, that's 6% of total weight for that, for 15 evade. And thrusters, that's Forsaken. Thrusters 3, and thrusters 3 is also total weight is 6, that's correct. The evade is a little different, you get a little less evade, but the turn speed does go up to 31. But yeah, nice fleet, Chris. Haha. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you there, Joel. I'm not sure. I mean, I probably could go out there and rank my subs some more, but my Nashes are pretty beat, and I don't know that I want to coin the repair. All right, all right. These are Sharks Hell Strikes. Were you going to retrofit these at all? Oh, you're going with four boat design. I'm already a fan. I actually have 4 boats. Hold on a second. This one doesn't belong here, does it? All right, there we go. All right, so this is what you're going with. Now, just so you know, these phalanx, when you're hitting the base, will not do any good at all against the executioner missiles. They are countermeasure resistant. Okay, so countermeasures will not shoot those down. So if you're putting them in there for that, then you don't need them. If you're putting it in there for base guard, then I get it. But I see you don't have any kind of radioactive defense on this. You said yours are R3. Oh. All right. But you don't have any kind of radioactive resistance, and that may or may not be a problem for you. I don't know. I see you went with the heavy plating 3. I mean, your numbers are huge too, 72, 76, 72, and then you have your evade is 67. Now, um, you might have problems with UAVs, I think, maybe, with that, because I'm trying to think, you could potentially have an issue with UAVs. So if they got Harlocks in their base guard, which a lot of people are running 1 or 2, you know, you might have a bit of a tough time. But 17,250 for the armor defense, or for the armor points per boat's pretty big. How do you get map speed when you use hull streamline? Well, that's all hull streamline does, and hull streamlining, just so you know, weighs 0. If you have a vacant special slot on any boat, 0. But then also you got to remember that it does not work on the whole fleet, and your fleet on the map is going to go whichever boat in your fleet has the slowest map speed that's what your fleet's going to do. It doesn't average out, where the whole streamline doesn't work on all the boats just because you put it on one. It doesn't, you actually have to have that on every boat in the fleet if you want it to work, and or else it's pointless having it at all. And but it does weigh 0, so it's always it's a free special as far as weight goes. Yeah, 1 minute to go. All right, guys, do I want to coin this thing? I'm gonna go ahead and close this stuff here down. Thanks for sharing your builds, guys. That was awesome, and that was nice going through there and talking about all of them with you guys. That was a lot of fun. All right, so anyway, I do want to rank this some more. I'm not going to lie. I'm at 54% and 57%. So I got 2 boats at 57 and 3 boats at 54. It's 9 coins to repair. I'm about to just say the heck with it and do it. One thing I don't understand, like when you're building boats, and this here just made me think about it, is when you're building a boat, before you, not when it starts, okay, so but you can do like a build instantly option, and this here is repair instantly, but if I hit repair instantly, it's going to use the resources, right? And it'd be no different than if I just said start repair and then speed up. But when you're building a boat, the build instant costs a lot more than if you click build and then sped up. I mean, you could potentially save like, $8 to $10 per boat. Yeah, I blame Nash later. Bam. I just coined it. I'm a filthy coiner. Darn it. You guys are a bad influence. Terrible, terrible, terrible influence. Alright. Now I still have... I'll go ahead and put me another one on. Let's dismiss that guy. Burning through them, guys. I'm burning through them. Let's launch this thing. Alright. So 10, 12. So I'm hitting everything but 13s and 14s, just to remind everybody. I might fill up my drink real quick. Give me just a second. All right, I am back. All right, let's do this. Okay, that's a 10, so that's the Vindicators. I like to hit those at the bottom. That's what she said. Do I think the timer? Oh, there's nothing wrong with coining. So hopefully nobody was offended or gets offended when I say filthy coiner. I'm not like putting down coiners or anything like that. It's kind of just inside joke among coiners. Oh crap! What the heck just happened? Reconnect. Oh, that was scary, man. Like, man, don't make me lose my fleet just like that. I'd have been mad. I need a blue one. There's a blue one. What's that number 5 doing, man? I swear this game gets so freaking retarded sometimes. I mean, look at that. That thing's getting me all beat up because it wanted to go out and freaking turn around and say and look at everybody. Ah, now the chaining one works. It like almost never, it never changed the blue ones until it's out of range. It's just silly. All right. Do I think the timer should only be when there is combat, not on the world not on the world map? I don't know what you're asking. I don't get the question. I apologize. I don't understand it. Oh, you're talking about for the road crew, aren't you? The road crew. Um, well, I think, quite honestly, I think they knew what they were doing. When they invented the system. So whatever it is, it's definitely by design. They wanted you to have only so much time. I think like the Lucky Bastards are only being 10 minutes. Obviously, they're trying to manage the value of the crew, is what they're doing. I'm just going to keep it moving, keep it moving. That freaking Mauler's going to shoot a torpedo at me. Maulers don't have torpedoes, man. Oh, the burn just started, did it really? Oh, you mean it just showed up in the campaign. So it probably has a clock on it, right? It says it won't let you actually start it until midnight for 3 more hours. Boom. Kevin, I saw you watching. You getting ready to hit me with your Seawolves? You won't like it. Not hitting a 14. That is a 12. I'll hit that one. Yeah, that's definitely like a quality control thing. I mean, who the heck put torpedoes on a freaking Mauler? And who the heck let him get away with it? I never did say anything about that to the guys I know in the design team about torpedoes being on the Maulers. I know, Kevin. It's all good, man. Even if you wanted to hit my fleet, it'd be fine. Seawolves wouldn't last long in here, though. It'd be 10 minutes a pop for you to repair. Oh, you got Mercury's down here now. All right, that might be a different story. Let me zoom out. All right, so that's 11. That'll work. There's my wifey. Let's see what her skills look like. My wife's got skills. She's ranking up Siege Missile MCXs. She says those things are awesome with the new Siege missiles. And things are firing like crazy already. Oh, that's right. Yours are what retrofit level are your Siege missiles at?
I think they're 40 something, or no, I think R12. I think I just did.
R12.
Yeah, I think it's either 12 or 13.
The Proto I think has more than 4 special slots. That's really the only one I can think of. Boom. Yeah, and it don't take long for them to get in the Siege missile range. I already taken a lot more damage than I wanted to. Alright. La, 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 la. That's south. That's a 14. Alright, it's a 14 and a 12. I'll do the 12 relay move here. So I see the dredges just spawned, and you said let it burn. Yep, let it burn is showing up, and it says it's not going to be available for 5 hours and 49 minutes, so you can't actually activate it yet. Oh, I'm sure the Kraken does too, but the Proto Nemesis, I'm sure it does. Oh, no, not even the Proto doesn't have it? Huh. Alright, attack. This is 12, this is the Mako Thresher. Yeah, I really want to get these things ranked up. I want my Ashes to be pretty awesome. You know, I remember when the Kraken first came out, we had some of us were like, yeah, I'm not sure if missiles are cool yet, blah, blah, blah. And there was a guy from KDE, a lot of people know Bombard. Well, he went ahead and he built his, and he wanted to make a point about how awesome they were. So he spends $900 on the fleet to get some, buys them all the way up to Legendary. And of course, then they were awesome. Now, I'm sure they're still better than MCXs, and I think that's why our opinion was what it was because the MCXs really weren't all that anymore. It's hard to find bases that they could still crack, and I think that was our opinion. But in all fairness, the Kodiak is much better than the MCX even at R5. Watch your Facebook. Yes. Yep. All Hornets. Oh, I see right here. This is Longbeard. He wanted me to watch his Frostburn. Yeah. See, now if I had that fleet right there, I would hit everything. These are V2Hs, all Torrent missiles. That freaking Triton in there, something else in it. Thing was actually giving your boat there a little run for its money. All those Torrent missiles even. Oh, you got torpedoes in there too. Nice. But yeah, I do use all Hornet UAVs, and it's primarily for the reload. The reload time on those is 2 seconds. And with the random launch overrides, it just means that I'm going to get a lot more random launch overrides because the reload with the quicker reload time. Oh, did you just look it up, Revenge? They're trying to develop this little base thing going on here. Yeah, that there's deadly, man. That thing's got loaded up with those crazy turrets. With my Harlock UAVs, I can actually just barely outrange those railguns that they got in there. Those are like Torrent Missile 1s or something. They just don't seem like they have that much kick. I think you're down the last boat. Yeah, that's a little suicide run right there. Yeah, and I can't do anything in there. Now, the question is, how does it that the Dredge campaign is? Obviously, Kixeye just pulled a trigger. They wanted it to come out again, so it did. That's pretty much all it is to it, because there's not, the raiding fleets and the Dredge campaign. It's really all them pulling a trigger. They can do it anytime they want. Dang, man, I can't find any already. It's a bunch of crap. Crap. Some dredges out there, though. They are spawning again in 13 minutes. I didn't expect them to be going quite this fast. 13, 13, 14. Dang, I'm jumping all the way here, and there's like nothing here for me to hit. It could be, but it's not likely. I think, usually every year for Christmas they've been giving out coin. They give out like 100 gold, but they didn't do that this year. And maybe that's the whole reason why they went with the extra uranium campaign, because they know we really want it. I mean, he's slow. He's got an enforcer in there, I'm sure. I'm just looking for unidentified raiding fleets. I wonder if that guy was trying to grab me. Marathon, marathon. Kamikaze, kamikaze. Is that a pinch? Oh, it didn't matter. Oh, what numbers? I'm looking through for 10 through 10, 11, and 12 with these. I'm looking for 10, 11, and 12. Wait a second. Oh. 13. He was hitting a 14. He died in that one, looks like. Yeah, I like the 13s with my subs. Um, oh, he died in his too. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this is 10. It's fine. Dang it. Let me retreat. Okay, apparently south is like the where you want to come in, because you seen I was like right in range of that one boat. So I'm just going to come in from the bottom. It looks like 6 o'clock's the only way to hit the 10s. Well, the best way, not the only way. But these things are so far up towards the top. Give me blue. I got a kamikaze there. Man. Chain gun. Reaver chain gun. Oh, no, 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 no. Where are you guys going? They're like all screwing up now. Kamikaze. Marathon. Kamikaze. That was a pinch, and then of course it went away. Kamikaze. Marathon. Kamikaze. Kamikaze. Yes, I do have a frostburn. I used my frostburn. I pretty much killed it already doing dredges, so. 13, 12. Yeah, any help I can get with dredges, I will take, man. My dredges, I've got build ideas that I want to go with. It's just getting there, man. It's like when you got your boats take like 3 weeks a pop, man. It's just a slow process. But I did stop my Kodiak, um, implementing that whole idea like a couple of times because we had won like limited hulls or whatever, and I kind of felt like I needed to build those right away. But I'm not building any more Kodiaks. My next build is going to be Mastodon, but I do have a Grimshine I really want to build too. So, but I need to get my guard done. I need to get the guard done. I need to get my missile fleet done. Yeah, that's actually what I did. I used my Frostburn with Harlocks. I sure did, and it worked pretty good. I mean, I did two earlier. Somebody had prepped one in Sector, and so I took that, and oh, he gave it to me. I didn't steal it, FYI. He gave it to me, and and then I did another one solo immediately thereafter. Um, and it worked out pretty good. It's a nice little chunk, and I had a crew on too, so it was nice. I think I should have got a badge. All right. Hey, Darth Davids. What the heck am I doing here? Where's my dredges? What in the world? I've got no idea where my boat's going. And I don't know where I was just at either. So, I guess, oh well. Everybody wants these. I love watching the base hits. Love watching them. I'm not a huge coiner, so I don't get a lot of the practical experience. Most of my experience comes from just watching others and paying attention and all that cool stuff. Dang it. Let's see. But I love watching some base hits. Let's do this all over again. Seems like there's definitely a lot of competition right here. Chris, what sector are you in right now? Yep, I live in Virginia Beach. Yep, sure do. Love it out here. 3 minutes they'll be spawning again. Of course, I'm still looking. Oh, you know, I kind of drove by Myrtle Beach one time, but I completely, it was a freaking, I was driving home from Florida, and we stopped at one of these rest areas, and you know how they got those little hotel things, and we're like, hey, let's stay in Myrtle Beach, you know, and tonight, you know, rather than drive all the way home, because I was tired, and but we got, let me go straight down, but we called a hotel. They had a coupon in the magazine for a hotel. We went and called him up, and the guy actually just flat out refused to accept his own coupon, and that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. We ended up just saying heck with it, and I drove all the way home. I just couldn't believe that the guy would put out a coupon and then refuse it. I'm cheap, man, just so you know. Okay, in case anybody didn't realize, I'm cheap. Yeah, 2128. That is correct. Alright, my game is kind of slowing down a little bit. Let me check my memory use. Yeah, I'm at like 1.3, so I got to refresh my game. I heard that, man. Beach loft. I got a. I've done that. I've done that. I got a room out here on the ocean front, and nice balcony room before, and it was pretty awesome. I'll say it was pretty awesome. It's got 20 minutes left of my cruise, so. Oh, looky here, looky here. 11. That is the assault missile ones. Assault missiles. That's the Vindicator assault missiles. This guy here was all over this one here. 10 Vindicator. 138. Cool. What's it like there so far, Chris? I think I'm sure my timer's expired. I know we jumped after the event, and I jumped here to 1, and I hadn't left yet. I probably ought to turn around. There's a blue one. Blue ones are. There's another blue one. I got 2 coming at me, so it doesn't really matter. BOPB is there? Is Big Ben there? Or St. George? St. George is there, Big Ben is there. Wrath and. Well, yeah, they just spawned Revenge, and they'll spawn again in 30 more minutes. They'll spawn in an hour as well. Looks like my son's watching Full Metal Jacket.
I think he's just watching boot camp stuff. With his
Sensei's enjoying watching people get yelled at. It's apparently not Full Metal Jacket. Oh, I don't really know because really it usually they'll do it like the week after, not the weekend following the event, but like a week later. That's how they did it this time, and I think that's normally how they do it. But there's no guarantee. You know, it's like I said, it's really just depends on them to pull the trigger. It's nothing set in stone. They're not committed to any dates. My son's wanting to go to boot camp this summer. Quit shooting your thuds at me. Oh yeah, blue, blue. Darn it. Now the blue one chains. There we go, another blue. Another blue, sweet. So I get my reload up, and I should start seeing those a lot more often. Oh yeah, you said Shogun and Gypsy are there? Yeah, yeah, those guys are great, man. Shogun, I'm a big fan of both of them guys. Shogun and Gypsy, great guys. Hey, yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you too there, Longbeard. Yeah, I'm getting lots of targets here. 22 Kevin, I appreciate it, but I am getting lots of targets. I'm telling you, man. Instead of those UAVs returning, they just disappear off the target. But then they look very disturbing on my votes. I mean, it looks like they're puking, but I mean at the same time, it could be like a maggot infestation too on my pole. It looks horrible. Yeah, the 13s have subs. It's Cuda and Spectres. Yep, and the 14's the mini base. Yeah. Well, I know I know that I can't change the world or anything like that, Chris. Um, but I try to remember, is it the individual or is it the tag, Um, because there's people in NBK that I'd rather not be associated with their play, but we're all wearing the same label, I guess. So Shogun and Gypsy though are both former NBK, both great guys. Got some serious rank going on in these boats, man. This is sweet. Wishing I had medicated a little bit. Oh, you were DCOA there, Longbeard? Oh, Gypsy Jacks. Does seem that's subs. It's no 13. All right. Let me go to 6. Yeah, I like Earth. Earth is pretty cool. I really don't know too many people from THE, Total Hardcore Elite. But yeah, Earth is pretty awesome. Um, Doublemint, I don't know. I don't know him too well in game, to be honest with you. Um, I know on the forums, I think he kind of was a little dramatic. But I'm sorry, on Facebook. But what do I know? I mean, he might be a great guy for all I know. I really couldn't say. I know Troll Patrol. He's THE too, right? Wasn't he like just banned or something? Troll Patrol, or he's got a new name now or something like that. I know he used to drive me nuts, man, on the Battle Vortex page. I think we ended up booting him. He liked trolling too much. We don't have a lot of patience for that on the Battle Vortex page. The next spawn is in 17 minutes. Yeah, each alliance has their own douchebag. Yeah, I guess that's probably true. I know we got a few in MBK. Talking about Devilment being a great guy. Yeah, I think me and Devilment, I think we got a couple things in common. I mean, it's like, we got some of the same hobbies and all that, but he kind of pitched a bit of a fit. I guess he tried promoting the Alliance Crib one time on the Battle Vortex page, and it didn't get pushed through, and that's when he made a thread on his Alliance Crib that turned into a Battle Vortex Arbiter bashing thread. And there was just so many people in there talking trash and uh, about us, and so much of it was lies. It was pretty ridiculous. All right, so this is 6 East. $13, $14, $13, $10. That'll work. So I think um, Doublemint, I think he was trying to get into like some graphic design. He does a lot of his banners, and he does them for free. I think he might have charged for some. I don't know, but um, graphic design is actually a hobby of mine too, and and I hate to sound overly or hypercritical or anything like that, but his work was pretty remedial, at best. And but he was like just playing every card he could about, you know, pitching his fit and about advertising his page on our group. And we in general don't do that. And I hate to say, the Lions Crib, I mean, I'm sure maybe it serves purpose that he wants it to serve, but I'm just not a fan of trolls. But he lets hackers and trolls everybody on his page. Give me a blue, give me a blue. Dang it. Sure could use some blue UAVs. There's a kamikaze. There's another marathon. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Kamikaze actually chained. There's a pinch one. Marathon, marathon, another pinch. Sweet. Yeah. Well, they're worse in a lot of other games. They're a lot worse in other games. I mean, they're bad in Battle Pirates, so I'm not going to, you know, take anything away from that. I mean, I think they just suck in general. But yeah, they're not like as bad as they could be here. They could be a lot worse. Uh, a 5-minute warning? Yeah, well, it's 12 minutes right now, so I mean, I can try if I'm thinking about it at the time. Yeah, that's terrible about the whole PS4 thing. My son's on Xbox Live, so I know Xbox Live is fixed. But yeah, they were down yesterday too all day. Crazy driver, crazy driver. Coming through. That's a pinch UAV. No, he doesn't really play Battle Parts anymore. He used to a while back, but he doesn't really play anymore. He likes his Xbox a lot. That's where his social life is. I'm gonna fix my camera. It looks like it's pointing a little low. Excuse me. 11 assault missiles. 4 minutes to your 5-minute warning. Hey, take care, Devil Dog. I'm glad to hear, man. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, my boy, he's like 17. My son's enjoying watching people get yelled at. Wow, that UAV chain like crazy. Boom. What the heck? I got somebody trying to ninja me, I think. Yep. Ninja'd again. What's up with people trying to ninja me? You got much on there for armor. Doesn't look like he's going down kind of quick. I don't get why people always trying to ninja me, man. It's just not nice. What's up with you folks? That ain't gonna help you. Oh, I got messages. Alright, so that was a 13. That's a 13. They can keep them. I'm just going to reload and move out of there. Oh, sweet. Got a good spot. See what my messages were. Alright, so here we got number 11. Assault missiles. I wonder if some people ninja me just so they can get my base coords. I'd have tick everybody off and jump. Man, they are yelling so much on my son's TV. Man, it's wonder their heads gonna explode, but I guess that's military. That's a 10. So I got 2 more messages. Oh, same 2 guys. Oh yeah, blue UAV. Um, that's a good question. I don't know the answer. I'd have to look it up. Oh, it looks like my crew's run out. I'll go ahead and hit this one anyway because I'm here. I'll look it up for you in a minute. Haha. By the way, Mr. Kevin says hi, Twitch. Well, they're supposed to be here. They're supposed to be here for 24 hours. So they started at 9 a.m. Pacific. Okay, so add 8 hours to that for Greenwich Mean Time. I'm not quite sure where you're at in the world, but it'd be like 1700 for Greenwich Mean Time. And they'll be ending at the same time. However, it's a 3-hour cycle, so really it's only 23 hours. is because the cooldown will happen. The cooldown will end up happening. Will be the final hour will be cooldown time. Stupid. Oh, there we go. I think I just screwed up and kind of let myself get cornered. Got a lot of stuff shooting at me. Alright, I'm not really in that bad a shape though. Yeah, so they should end at, if it started at 1700 Greenwich Mean Time, they're going to end at 1600 Greenwich Mean Time tomorrow. But let me go ahead and just reply some of these. Lucky me. Said I was parked right on top of his Nighthawks. So it's a good thing he's seen my vids. That has saved me. I mean, it kills me a lot more than it saves me, but it has saved me before. Um, all right. Kickside time would be 8 a.m. that specific time. Well, that's when it would end, but so 7:30 Pacific time would be the last spawn, and those would stay on for an hour, so they would stay on until 8:30 Pacific time. They blow up after they've been on the map for an hour. All right, the combat speed. These are getting ready to dock, but I want to see what my VXP is. Probably should have waited. Where the heck are they at? There they are. Look at that. 16,620. Boom. That was awesome. That was a nice trip, right? Oh, San Francisco. That's where Kickside HQ is, San Francisco. Combat speed on these is 25. 25 combat speed. That's the whole build right there. So retrofit wise, I'm at R10 on agility, R4 on the power cells. My alloys are at R5. My evade armor D5E is R10. Apparently I don't have any rank on the assault cannons. R4 on my countermeasures, and I don't have any retrofits on the UAVs. But I've got my stuff up to 60%. I'm pretty happy about that. Let me cancel this. Let me repair this here for a few minutes. Watching my son's TV. I was just watching people getting yelled at. It's like crazy. Crazy talk. So I got 2.5 hours worth of repair on here. I'm kind of wondering if I should actually start coining that thing though back, because I got one left. I got one Salty Dogs left because I've been throwing them away. But of course, they're pretty easy to get too, right? I mean, if I go in there and road cruise, recruit, I just grab one. And I hate that I get this because I have all the blueprints. I hate that that even comes up. See how long it takes me to re-roll and get another one. Wrecking crew. There it is. Bam. There's another one. Oh, darn it. Man, I'm sorry. 10:03 now. Yeah, I missed it by like 8 minutes. Yeah, you can't put that on me, man. You got to take some kind of responsibility there. You can't pass it all to me. I'm playing my game too, so. Yeah, San Francisco. That's where Kickside headquarters is. But I am going to go ahead and take a break for now. Go ahead and cash all them RGs in. I've been on here for a long time and I feel it. I need to go lay down and put some heat on. But I'll be back. Um, I'm not sure if I'll be back tonight. It's pretty late. It's 10 o'clock and I'm tired. I'm beat. Um, but, I'll definitely be back. If not tonight, then tomorrow. So you guys have a good evening. And I do appreciate everybody hopping on and getting in here and hanging out with me. So, but anyway, y'all have a good one.
The price is wrong, bitch.